Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for sparing your own time out to check out my thoughts on Opus, the latest picture and entry from A24. We have got Ayo Edebiri as Ariel, and we've also got Alfred Moretti, the character, and he's played by John Malkovich. I gotta check this out at an early Cineworld Unlimited screening before its general release a few days down the line at the time I'm recording this video, so I'm here to give you a spoiler-free review. But if you've never heard of Opus, or maybe you've seen the poster and you don't really know too much about it, basically this follows Ariel. So she is a journalist. She's looking for a chance to kind of crack the case in her field of work. She wants a chance to write an article. She wants to get her name out there. However, she kind of gets an opportunity because Alfred Moretti decides to come out of basically nowhere after a very long hiatus between 27 and 30 years. He's bringing out a brand new album, and she, along with a few other selected few, get to visit Alfred Moretti's personal grounds where he is going to be conducting an album sampling kind of taster right before the general public release. However, everything's not as it seems. Of course, it's an A24 movie. Best way I can describe Opus is imagine Midsommar and blink twice, they had a baby. What I can say in terms of positives, I think everyone gives a good performance, including people that are just hamming up their roles because they know what kind of movie they're in, especially as the 3-act structure commences and as some acts are a bit more serious than others and some acts are definitely a lot more goofy. The personal standout for me was John Malkovich. I think as Alfred Moretti, he does a really great job. It's nice to see him also do something a little bit different, especially as you don't really see him a lot nowadays. So to see him and give him kind of the limelight, but also have him in this just wild, wacky, zany, crazy, ambitious role, I was absolutely on board for it, and he cracked me up a lot of the time. This movie at parts was intentionally funny and unintentionally funny, which I actually quite found amusing. There was many times I actually burst out laughing, and I was kind of the only one, but I didn't actually mind it. Of course, being A24, you're going to have absolutely beautiful cinematography. At this point, that is an absolute given. I think this is a movie that upon maybe multiple rewatches, it could be appreciated that little bit more. I can definitely see this one being one that people absolutely love and it has its audience, but I can also see people kind of being on the middle of it and also on the far end of it and be like, wow, that wasn't very good. My final positive, given that this is incorporating a lot of a musical element with Alfred Moretti sampling this brand new album, I also think the music is done really well. There was a lot of toe tapping, music here, and there was also songs that I thought, okay, maybe I could give that a listen on Spotify, maybe like the playlist, and maybe right mind frame. This could be actually really, really cool to listen to and maybe heighten my experience of the movie overall. Now, in terms of any negatives that I've got, I don't think the message fully lands once we hit the 3rd act and as we get a reveal as such. Don't get me wrong, I understood it. I think at parts it works okay, but for me, ultimately, it didn't fully connect, right? It just didn't fully pay off. I don't think that it did have that payoff that it maybe should have, because in the first 2 acts you are kind of wondering what is going on, and then as we get towards the end, I also felt a little bit it was a little bit too fast paced, a little bit rushed for what it needed to be. It could have even stretched itself out an extra 10 minutes. I honestly would have been happy with that, because I would have liked a little bit more explanation, but I also would have liked this movie to just flesh out a few more characters and also its overall messaging, because again, I think this is a one that maybe upon multiple rewatches it might have that little bit more of an appreciation. That was kind of my main negative, to be honest, and this is kind of why I'm kind of torn on the movie. At one part I actually really like it, but on the other hand I wasn't the biggest fan, but also I think that it was kind of just rushed towards the end, which was a little bit of a shame. But I want to give Opus an overall score of a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Have you seen this one? Are you going to check it out? Let me know down below in the comment section so we can continue the discussion down there. If you haven't already, I do have a Patreon. You can join today from only £2 per month. Big shout out to all these awesome legends who are part of Patreon. And in the meantime, if you haven't seen these videos of mine, we'll click over here, have a bit of a deep dive. Till next time that I see you guys, I'll be seeing you later.